Hi everybody, this is me, Rachel Evans Official, and I'm doing my YouTube video on dating. I've recently been inspired by Patti Stanger, who is well known from having her own show on Bravo TV called Millionaire Matchmaker. She also has her own dating agency. Basically, this is my video about tips for dating based upon many of the books I've read, as well as some what they call dating gurus advice. So I'm going to give you an eclectic mix of their views and how I agree with them as well. Patti Stanger says, wait for 3 months before you get intimate or have sex with your date. It takes time to know somebody and to build trust and intimacy. If a man doesn't call you for up to a week after you had your first date and you thought everything was great, then she said, next. It means that he's put you on ice and that you're really not someone he's into. So remember, girls, if a guy is into you, he will call you. And I've just got my notes here. Patti Stanger, also from Millionaire Matchmaker, said something very important which I agree with. She said you need to go on a dating detox if you're unsure about what you want or where you're going, or if you're just going through a rough, tricky period in your life, whether it's work, family or social. Take a break from dating and then reassess your situation before you go searching for Mr. Right. Text, calls and emails are easy to do. It takes a few seconds to send a text. So if you don't get those texts at least a couple of times a week, then girls, next, the guy's just not that into you. When you're dating a guy, expect to gradually get to know each other. It's a natural process. It takes time to get to know someone, and I think 3 months is the acceptable time during which you are considering actually getting intimate together. Remember, girls, when you're dating in search of Mr. Right, it's love, not lust, that you're looking for. Always remember to look for the signals to weed out Mr. Right from Mr. Wrong, or Mr. Right now. Texting is a useful thing for busy people who are in meetings and who really want to communicate during the day when they're at work. But always remember, texts can be misconstrued. You can't read their facial expressions or body language. So don't read too much into texts. But if a guy says he will call you and doesn't, move on and keep on dating. Hobbies and interests. Excuse me. Hobbies and interests. Always keep your hobbies and interests when you're dating. Never cancel dates with your girlfriends, and always remain true to who you are. Remember, he will fall in love with you, with all of your interests and your varied personal and professional life. It's not just one thing he's going to love about you. He will love you for the whole package. Now, what Patti Stanger did say in an interview recently, if you Google it on YouTube, was she said one of the reasons why, in her experience, men are looking to date 20-somethings, or they have a cut-off at, say, 32, is usually because the media has given men this impression that the holy grail of obtaining their Miss Right is a woman in their 20s. Women over 40 are in their prime, it is said. I'm 41 and I know I look younger because of the beauty treatments I've had, and I keep myself healthy and fit. So don't worry if a man is kind of a bit ageist. Move on to guys who are not just looking at this age bracket. Let them show you who they really are by showing you that they're narrow-minded and silly for just wanting to go out with a 20-something woman. Always watch out for men who put you on ice. If he doesn't bother to call, move on, keep dating. And never get hung up on one guy. You should be aiming to go out with at least 3 men over a given time period, so you don't get too fixed on the idea of going out with that one guy. Remember, the golden rule is no sex or intimacy without exclusivity and monogamy. If you show self-respect, he will then respect you. Take care of your personal appearance, grooming and your physical fitness. And always remember, Patti Stanger said, the smile, the 5-second smile, is what's going to draw a man to want to know you and to magnetize yourself over him. Thank you for listening to my dating tips. And before I finish, I just want to say, if you want to catch any other dating tips from the books I've read, I would recommend these books. Sarah Ivan's A Modern Girl's Guide to Dynamic Dating, How to Play and Win the Game of Love. That's a fun book, and she's really funny as a journalist. There's also Sherry Argov, Why Men Love Bitches. Now, the word bitch has a dictionary definition, and if you Google it, you'll see that it has a lot to do with a woman with high self-esteem, self-respect or regard, who isn't afraid of saying no. So, if I was to call myself a bitch, then yes, I guess I am. I've read this book, and I definitely agree with what Sherry Argov writes about. It's all about self-respect, girls, and you must learn to love yourself before a man can love you. Finally, I would like to say that my own dating tips are to always remember that you can read the body language, see the signals in a guy within the first 3 months of dating. Aim to go out on dates at least twice a week with this guy and try to get to the monogamy stage. If a guy is just interested in you for lust, you'll soon find out. But he will wait until you're ready to get to the intimacy stage. And finally, if you want to see Patti Stanger on Bravo TV, then you can tune into the show and you get it on Sky or Virgin. And also you can Google some of her YouTube videos, and she has many books and DVDs out as well. So let me just check my notes that I've covered everything. I'm trying to keep the video at least to less than 10 minutes. Remember, it takes more than good luck to meet Mr. Right. Text, phones and emails. Remember, if he's into you, he will call. No sex without exclusivity. Remember your own deal breakers. You have your own criteria or checklist of what you are attracted to in a man. Always keep your own hobbies and interests, because that's going to make you self-fulfilled and happy. Never, never depend on a man to give you fulfillment. That must come from within. You must have your own fulfillment and your own hobbies and interests. Keep going to events and try to go to events on your own if you can, because they say that women who socialise in packs do not attract. That's a really hard one to do. Also, don't have any sense of entitlement. So if he's into you and he starts buying you little treats, feel that it's a treat and not a sense of entitlement, because there are women out there who think because they've got a lot going for them that a man should actually, you know, buy them special treats and treat them to vacations and stuff. That's something that after the 3-month mark you should really be considering, but don't expect it. And guys and girls, because I expect men are going to be watching this too, always remember, use your heart and your head when trying to weed out Mr. Right or Miss Right from Mr. Wrong or Miss Wrong. And remember, happy dating and the best of luck. And do check out my other little videos on my website, www.rachelevansofficial.com. Thank you for listening, and happy dating. Over and out.